Hello there. Welcome back to grade 10 business studies. This week we're going to look at a question paper of March 2023, and we're going to look at question 4 of that question paper, whereby we're going to look at business environments and also business operations. So, on the first question, it reads, elaborate the meaning. Elaborate on the meaning of threats in a business context. The question is got 2 marks. So, the response that we have in terms of threats in a business context is threats are any factors in the external environment that will stand in a way or already in the way of the business progress. And then our business have a challenge of continuously identifying threats in the business and devise strategies to deal with it. So threats we are saying anything that comes in the way of the business when the business is on the way to try to make profit is a threat, or anything that is going to disrupt its processes so that at the end of the day it makes a profit. So basically, that's a threat within the business context. So basically, that's what we have for the first part, that is 4.1, and then we go to the next question that we have, which is now 4.2. So I read the scenario below and other questions that follow. We're given the scenario of safe roof construction, which is SRC. Safe roof construction specializes in home building and roof. SRC finds it hard to buy building material due to high inflation rates. This has resulted in SRC not making large profits. There are 4.2.1 identify one component of the macro environment applicable to SRC in the scenario bar. So our question is got 2 marks. The macro environment applicable to SRC. We go there and try to identify which one can we pick. So if you come here, you'd see that the sentence reads SRC finds it hard to buy building material due to high inflation, a macro economic problem. We relate the it to we relate it to the we relate it to the economic environment. So remember, the economic environment explanation is that they are it relates to all the external economic factors that influence buying habits of consumers and businesses. So basically, that's economic environment. So you see that inflation rate becomes an external factor. The economic environment becomes applicable to the scenario that we are given. So we're saying economic environment, and we have it listed on our answer section, economic environment. So go to the next question. Explain this is why the component identified in question 4.2.1 poses a challenge to businesses. So we go to the next part of the question. We go to the response section to see how the component that we have identified on 4.2.1 poses challenge to businesses. So obviously, we are saying economic environment, obviously, is we're talking about the external factors, remember? So they can have a negative impacts in terms of the operations of the business, which we have here listed here, whereby first point is saying economic environment influence business decisions as it detects changes and then changes in income levels may result in customers not affording goods and services they used to buy before. Remember, we're talking about inflation. When prices increases, obviously, consumers will not be able to afford goods or those goods in terms of the high prices. So basically, that's affecting their consumer behavior. So basically, it's negative impact that we can notice. Then we go to the next point. Laws imposed by governments may demand businesses they demand businesses to pay more money, which is also a negative impact. So, and the last point that we have other businesses that trade international may not keep up with the changes taking place globally, and they may pay more money on transportation of goods and services. So basically, that's what we have in terms of 4.2.2. Then we go to the next part of the question, which is business operations. We first point is outline the purpose of public relations function, but we know that the public relations function the aim is to inform the public, prospective customers, investors, partners, employees, and other stakeholders, and persuade them to maintain a positive or favorable view about the organization. So that's the explanation on public relations. Then our question reads outline the purpose of public relations. So on the purpose of public relations, we have also it outlines on another section whereby we are saying the first point that we have is businesses get publicity for promotional events and information through media. So the interaction that is there now through public relations becomes the purpose that we that why we engage in public relations. So secondly, news conferences may be called to release information which will ensure the survival of the business. And then our next point are employees may volunteer to spend time with people in need. For example, volunteering at orphanages or hospitals or schools and so on. And also, if you look at the last point, it reads, businesses could use corporate social, which is a positive within the context of operations of businesses. So if you go back to our question, you would see that our question um, has got 4 marks. Obviously, it requires average 2 points, of which we have already mentioned those 2 points. So we have other points that we have again that are valid in terms of being purpose of public relations function. So if you go again, we have got this point, which is networking is a popular form of public relations. Clients or customers can have direct contact with the employees or communicate telephonically. So this that becomes also a purpose. So that's what we have in essence to this question. So we go to the next part, which is the last part of our question. Advise businesses on the importance of stock control. Remember, stock control, we are trying to control the levels of stock that we have in the business, which is going to avoid bottlenecking along the processes in our business. So remember, we are going to avoid the issue of shortages. If there's stock control, we can easily identify that there's a shortage that is appearing to be there, so we can easily close the gap. So that's the importance of stock control. So basically now, also in terms of the quality again that we buy, in terms of that stock, also it can easily be controlled. So we go there to see the advise businesses on the importance of stock control. So the advices that we have, we also have there on our answer section, and try to go through them. So importance of stock control, it enables businesses to determine the amount of value of stock, which is the first point. And secondly, businesses can check the cost and selling price of products, and then ensures that there is enough stock to meet the normal demand of customers, and keep the correct levels of stock on hand. Which is also correct. And on the last point, it means identify theft in the business when the physical stock count is compared with the electronic stock control system. So it can also be used to identify if there are shortages. If there's also theft that is taking place in the business, can easily be identified through stock control. So this becomes our last part of our question. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. And let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm out.